Hi Paw Prince, back this time for the Divine Masculine reading. I apologise on the delay in upload. I recently had an accident where I skinned my knee, and during the healing process I had another incident where I ripped open the wound. So, I do read for the collective, so that means some bits may resonate, all of it may resonate, or none of it may resonate. And none of it resonates, that just means this reading is not for you at this time. I also read with intuition, so I read what I pick up and feel within the cards. And today I'm using 2 decks, trying something new. For anyone wondering, I'm using the Prism Vision Tarot, which are these ones, and the Deviant Moon Tarot, which are these ones. For anyone who is watching that likes the way I read and the way I get my messages across, if you could like and subscribe, that would be appreciated. And for anyone wondering if you'd ever like to send me any new cards to keep my readings new and fresh, I will have a wish list linked below in the description. With that said, let's find out what's going on for the Divine Masculine. So what's going on for the Divine Masculine? What's going on for the Divine Masculine? Oh, what's going on for the Divine Masculine? What's going on for the Divine Masculine? What's going on for the Divine Masculine? So, there's quite a lot going on, as you can tell by the cards I pulled out, but there's a lot of smaller things and there's 2 big main things that are going on. So, right now they are trying to pay the victim and trying to act all innocent when they have done damage themselves, and it's kind of been done back to them like an equal match by their karmic, and it's kind of they're not really upset about it, like it's kind of brought on themselves and they know that, so they're acting like the victim when actually it's all done to themselves. I feel like there was some deceit to do with money. There was hiding of money on their part. They were being not truthful fully to the extent of what they were doing with money. I think they were putting it away. It's because they had something closer to their heart that they were lying about to their significant other. It's because just in case things got rocky, which that's why they did it, they wanted a way out, and they've kind of kept this secret to their heart, as in they knew they had a way out, they weren't going to tell anyone, because when the waves get rocky, they've now fucked off. It's very much like they have escaped, but then like bricked up the way so no one can follow, if that makes sense. They've like kind of completely like shut off, like either turned their phone off, completely gone off social media. It's like they are not talking to anyone that they regularly talk to. They are just completely gone off the radar. It's because they were sick and tired of just putting effort. Well, they think it's effort, but it's a fucking relationship. Like, it's not a job, but it is work, and they just don't want to do that work. It's too much effort, so they're taking the next thing that looks nicest to them, that doesn't look like it's got much work. They've ran towards that. It reminds me a bit of like from Aladdin, where Jafar becomes the genie and he's an evil genie, and it's like they've kind of had their inner darkest desires that are evil, and they've kind of manifested them, and they're now kind of going with what their inner self darkest wants. and it's kind of they're sacrificing. They're in the middle of sacrificing, and for some of them they have sacrificed something more precious to the heart. They've kind of said, you know what, fuck it, and kind of got rid of it out of their life. I think it's to do with children or someone they see like a child to them, and they've kind of had a very dead inside sort of approach. Like they're kind of empty inside, so they don't see the impact and implications that they are of the outcome. They're not going to see that. They're just seeing here and now what they're doing, and they don't care really. They're acting like they don't care. It's a bit like they're hoping that it's a bit like their inner desires. They scratch the inner desires back, the inner desires will scratch theirs. So getting rid of something precious to them was kind of like scratching its back. They're stable and they're fine, but they've kind of done this themselves, so now they're kind of crying that they're out in the cold and no one cares about them, when that's not the case. They've just chose to do it to themselves, really. They've kind of shot themselves in the foot with this one, and it's all because money's what the world revolves around, and it's kind of the money's the root of all evil. And with them, they're in this case, they're the root of all evil, the divine masculine, and money's just helping them along the way, if you like. They are literally handicapped with money. They are so delusional with money, it's making them handicapped in everyday life, in the sense that they're not really thinking straight. They're emotionally handicapped, should I say. That's what I wanted to say, yeah. Because they've lied so much about money and finances, and they're hiding money, they've become emotionally handicapped. They're very dysfunctional. They haven't got a passion for anything other than lying at the moment. I say at the moment, it's always. But they're trying to palm it off as something legit, and now other people believe that it's legit. So they're like, teach me your ways, help me. And they're making it worse because they're growing on that, and they're kind of manifesting more shit for other people by showing other people that what they claim to be the truth is actually lies. Instead of dealing with the bigger problem at hand, which is all the lies and everything, they're adding to it to make it just keep manifesting and growing larger and larger. And then they're going to get to a point where they're going to be so trapped in lies, they're not going to know how to get out, because there's going to be no way out. If they try and escape, it's going to be more damage than staying. But if they stay, it's going to cause damage anyway. So they're kind of going to contradict themselves in the fact that they're not going to be able to go anywhere. They're going to be stuck, and there's nothing they can do about it. And they're going to have the people that they've kind of crossed and lied to kind of cling on to them, because they will look up to their lies, and they're going to become so overwhelmed. They're going to try and palm it off and kind of be like, you know what, go away, fuck off, I don't care. But it's not going to work. Like these people that are going to look up to the way they are because they've tried to convince what their lies are truth. These people are going to be so in awe of them. They're going to want to stick around. It don't matter what they say and what they are. They're just gonna stick around, and it's going to really make the divine masculine kind of sit back and be like, how the fuck did I get here? But the thing is, they've weighed themselves down with so much lies and mental chaos that they're not going to be able to go anywhere. They're not going to go anywhere far, and they're kind of ruining any relationship with friends, family, partners, anything like that. They are destroying it little bit by little bit at a time, and they have this fantasy in their head that they're going to have this perfect relationship if they keep doing what they're doing. But it's not what it is. They're kind of in a very la-la land about it all, to be honest. So I'm going to get some guidance and advice. Right, so not some guidance, sorry. I'm going to do triggers. What triggers the Divine Masculine has. Triggers. There's a card the wrong way round. Triggers for the Divine Masculine. Lovely. Triggers for the Divine Masculine. 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 Okay, so the apex of all their issues, and it's getting worse, and it's going to get worse, is money. They need to stop clinging on to it and kind of having this fixation on it that they have. They're kind of caught the bull by the horns on this one. It's very much like their comfort zone. They used to be, a long time ago, they used to be in their comfort zone. There was a time in their life where they were in their comfort zone. They had everything that was good, but they've kind of now they're trying to duplicate it in their life every time. They're constantly trying to duplicate it, and it's not working. It's because nothing that was like what they had is going to be the same as what they've got. And they're always going to feel trapped and helpless until they just pour all their emotions into it, and they kind of deal with their emotions as a whole. But there's kind of a barrier. They're not really doing, because it's kind of, I'm feeling like they're very delusional in the sense that they're ignoring it. They don't think that their emotions has anything to do with it, when the problem of all of this, part of their emotions is, majority of this is to do with emotions as well as money. So let's get some guidance and advice. So, some guidance and advice. 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 So moving forward, they are literally going backwards. For them to go forward in life, they're kind of taking steps back. They are literally repeating past mistakes. That's what they're doing right now. They are moving backwards instead of moving forward. They're going back to, because they're trying, like I said, they were trying to duplicate what they used to have. They kind of keep going backwards to try and move forward, and every time it doesn't work, they go backwards again and start again and try something new and different every time around. It's not working. They cannot find that right blend and mix of what they had, because they're trying to duplicate it without knowing the ingredients, if you like. And it's something they keep doing to themselves, and what they're doing is they grow something, and they're going to keep growing something, and they always can find a way out, but there's going to come a point where they're going to grow so many vines that they're going to come entangled in between, and they're going to feel very stuck and lost, and they're not going to know how to escape, because they're going to be very blindsided it's going to get to a point where they're blindsided, and it's going to be too late when they're blindsided, and they're going to become very scared and vulnerable, and they're going to not be as stable as they used to, and they're going to be very out in the cold for real, and they're going to kind of see shit coming their way, and they're not going to know how to deal with it, and they're going to beg for mercy. Their inner desires they're going to try and put back inside, but they've kind of let the cat out of the hat. They've kind of let the snake give its poison to its victims, and now it's kind of, you can't take it back. Once that poison's inside the victim, with their lies, of course, it's there, it's happened, you can't change it. and they're going to feel very out in the open. They're going to be very vulnerable. They're going to have chaos completely, and it's like they, instead of cleaning up the mess they've made, they're kind of shredded the mess they've made and made more mess, and they're not dealing with it. And they think that they can cover their trails, and kind of it'll take time, but they can money will buy their way out of it. It's like what they think. They think if they have enough money, they can do what they want, and like they'll have the life they want, and they think that will help cover their trails, but it's not going to work. So a lot of shit I feel is coming their way, and I don't see any progression happening. I feel like they're gonna keep repeating over and over until, like I said, they put their emotions into it, which I don't see that happening anytime soon. It's literally a constant cycle that's gonna keep happening. So that's what I'm getting for the divine masculine. Thanks for watching.